top of the line, I give you the news, there's nothing less. The way I deliver the facts, try to do it the best, man, it's button check. Gotta subscribe and telling you that it's button check. You're not tuning to button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of buttons that must be checked. Chapters down below, sub button right there. You already know, man. We got some hot topics. Today's gonna be a lengthy one. Combo Breaker is right around the corner, but we got a lot of updates, if I could talk. What the hell was that? Either way, hey, thank you guys for joining, man. Hope you're having a good day. Let's get some buttons. Let's go. All right, first up for them, Harada-san, already off for a good start on his new studio, which is a VS or Versus Studio buttons that need to be checked. We're talking about Harada is back. We checked these buttons a few days ago, and it looks like his company is already off to a good start. He clarifies some things, because I guess there was some confusion with that initial announcement, but let's check this out. So first off, I noticed their website. Have y'all seen the website? Look at this. Let's pull it up real quick. VS Studio. I keep saying VS. I'm just going to call it Versus, all right? Versus Studio, SNK Corporation, right here. Large number of inquiries regarding recruitment here at Versus Studio. Versus Studio is a subsidiary of SNK. However, it is an independent studio and is not a wholly owned subsidiary of SNK. Therefore, for recruitment and for inquiries, please contact us through this page on the official Versus Studio website rather than contacting SNK directly. Thank you for understanding. And then they post this right here. I guess they received a whole bunch of like welcoming flowers. Are these orchids? I didn't even know you could make orchids look like this. Like they're just, oh, they put three together. It's one of those days. Anyway, so let's keep going. So they got more of this beyond tradition, crafted to perfection, and then more actual pictures. So this is the picture of the actual studio. All this room, y'all. So they are doing nothing but hiring right now. But apparently, look at this. But apparently, according to a recent tweet that he just put out, I think they might be packed. He basically is saying, we are good. We got so much response from all of this. We're actually good right now. So check this out. Harada posted this the other day saying, I've been told that once you become independent, recruiting becomes difficult. But thankfully, people have been coming together to join us. As a result of our recruitment schedule for Elite Core members is already fully booked through the end of December this year, to the point that we are now overflowing with interest. Together with these outstanding colleagues, we are spending our nights discussing and updating our plans for the future of game development in the best possible sense, with the same kind of energy and excitement as the dawn of the Polygon and online era in the 1990s. This has over 4.8 thousand likes. So I guess in a nutshell, he's like, yo, people said it was hard, but thankfully, because I'm Harada, of course I'm paraphrasing, he's like, hey, people are coming through in droves and we got so many like possibilities and resumes and people wanting to join us that we're booked all the way up until December. So looking pretty strong. I thought it was interesting because I saw him make another post. You know, we see that name Versus Studio and we're all assuming that he's gonna make fighting games. I mean, obviously that would make sense, it's Harada. Somebody posted this in a separate post saying, you are loved, Harada-san, looking forward to your newest project. He responded to it saying, no one has considered the possibility of an extremely serious bowling game. So, I don't know if he's being sarcastic right there or if he's legit saying, hey, nobody has considered a serious bowling game. People in the comments actually respond to that like they're down with the idea, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of just making fun, but a lot of people like, hey, Rocket, take my money. So I don't know. Sky's the limit. We'll see what's up. All I know, it does feel good to have Harada back in the game. We thought he was good riding up to the sunset, which he could have. He's done his thing. I mean, he's done the damn thing, but he decided to come back, which is amazing. And I do think it's important too that he pointed out, like, yes, we are kind of sponsored and backed by SNK, but we are separate in a way to we are doing our own thing. So they're not gonna be over there working on Fatal Fury or anything like that. They're doing their own thing. So we'll see what happens. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for that 2XKO community is highly pissed off because the devs made another change too soon. That's what some are saying. Buttons that need to be checked. So you remember that whole debate? We were talking about Team Fuse the other day. Sonic was like, let it rock or we riot, and then please let it be allowed in Combo Breaker. And I think they let it rock in, what was it, Red Bull that just passed over the last weekend? Well, Combo Breaker has since went out and said it is not allowed here. I guess it's too close for comfort. People are like, this kind of sucks, but it is what it is, because some people thought it was cool. It is too close for comfort. Well, on top of that, the devs took it a step further. They just nerfed the damn thing. So that's why people was like, are you serious? Like literally the damn thing hasn't been out for a week yet and you went and nerfed it? Like we don't understand. So 2SKO devs right here, they posted this saying Teamfight fuse adjustments and we launched Teamfight last week and we love to let the duos reach new chaotic heights. We also want to make sure that it works best with good coordination and strategic use. With that said, we're adjusting Teamfight to make it more interactive for both attackers and defenders. So they go through all of this, offensive adjustments and then defensive options. People are reacting right here saying, are you fucking kidding me? Teamfight isn't even broken. It's the only thing making duos fun and viable option against some of the sweaty solo players in ranked. How do you seriously expect me to continue enjoying this game when you do this? Then you got more pretty much with that same train of thought talking about the meter changes feel like they're going to be terrible. These pretty much saying like they're concerned and then using all meter is awful. And some of these are horrible changes and wow, I feel like the team is dropping the ball. And then Teamfight ending parry is too harsh and what else? Love all the changes except maybe using all of the meter ? And I'm going to be honest, this fuse was the most exciting thing to watch and it is extremely sad to see it nerfed as a spectator to the game. Then you got, you know, what a lot of people are thinking, like, I wish you guys would have just let this cook for like 3 months to prove how strong it was with the, you know, with the money on the line. Because a lot of people, which, I mean, I think a lot of us are thinking something along those lines, like it was just dropped a week ago. Even the devs in their statement said, oh, we dropped it last week, but check it out, we got some adjustments. Like, damn, in 7 days, you know what I'm saying? It looks like definitely they were listening to the online blowback because why else would they touch it so quick? I don't think I've ever seen anything attended to or fixed this quick that wasn't technically already considered like an accident, a glitch of some sort, right? Something that were like, oh shit, this actually shouldn't be in the game. No, this was intended to be in the game and they were excited about it, but because I guess there was so much pushback, I know Sajam dropped a video, I think just like yesterday, maybe even today, where he was talking about there's no way this would have got so much of attention if it wasn't Leffen that was also adding fuel to the fire.
I want to talk about this. Teamfight is banned from Combo Breaker. I agree with the boos, all the booing that you guys are doing in the chat. I agree. This is Leffen's doing. Without Leffen and everybody else tweeting about this, there's no way this gets banned, by the way. Everybody made their tweets. There's Leffen tweets about it, SQ tweets about it, Zondo had a tweet about it, Supernoon had tweets about it. Like, everybody's tweeting about this. This is his bitchin' incarnate. I would have really liked to see it rock because I think it's cool to watch new stuff. But the second thing is, I do think for fairness, usually when things release this close to majors, they're not allowed. So I understand that aspect to it, but I just think it's way more fun to allow characters or allow things like this for competitions. It's not like, oh, this is a qualifier for the 2XKO championships and yada yada. Like, you know, it's just an event, right? It's just like an event for the game. I wish it was allowed. I think it would have been really exciting to allow it. I think it's perfectly reasonable not to allow it given the time constraint. That being the case, there was a lot of conversations about Teamfight and how broken it is and like how ban-worthy it is and how ridiculous it is, etc. First of all, it's clearly very strong. I don't want to give the impression that Teamfight is not a powerful fuse. Is it the best thing in the game to play? Potentially, right? I think it's like there's a pretty good chance. I don't know for sure, and neither do you, because it literally just came out and most of the best players in the world were busy this weekend at a tournament while it just came out. By the time people optimize the fuse, it will have already been nerfed because there's no way it's not getting nerfed in the next patch because there are things about it that I think are unintentional or like slightly too powerful that people have come up with that they already will address. We won't even know the full power of the fuse because before we even get a chance to see, it will already be toned down from this version. And I've made my meme tweet, which is we got a buff Teamfight. I think freestyle is too good because the winning team played freestyle actually because they won neutral over and over and over with it.
It goes deeper because Sonic Fox posted this saying, I'm really not a big fan of the break activation stuff that can't be blocked by either teammates thing. The point should be at least be able to guard it. It literally gives the opponent a free-esque break into no resources. Teamfight feels really weak now. Diaphone responds saying, I think this is the case. That's how I interpreted it. Just the assist can't block. Sajam says, yes, I also read it as the assist character equals can't block burst, but the point can, ? And then he tags Yahozi, who's I believe a dev over there, saying maybe they can clarify. Well, they actually respond and they say, no, neither can block the burst. If the point champion could block the burst, then there'd be a similar situation. The assist would do the combo instead. Sonic responds to this saying, I think you should just reconsider this. There are already several fuses in the game that get guaranteed damage while the opponent watches. Having to spend 2 bars and then immediately getting guaranteed get out of jail free guard and disabling Teamfight makes it bad in my opinion. But Sonic actually responds again, I guess to that same tweet by Yahozi saying like, not to be reactionary, but because of the fact that this is objectively the worst fuse in the game, right? Is it a guaranteed resource waste into playing fuseless with 0 counterplay to burst? Like it's the only fuse in the game where even safe burst baits are free now. And then Leffen joins the party right here saying, I think it's still the best with many teams. You can still outspace burst. He says, I'm not even joking. I will pay you 1,000 to you and to Noon to each of you if you win a major using only Teamfight while players like Hikari and Bleed are attending. And then like I actually unironically need you to show me what I'm not seeing. Leffen responds again saying, all I'm seeing is that it took 7 months before Freestyle, or for Freestyle to become the must pick. It took Teamfight 3 days. I don't think the fuse has much more to develop. I just think the fuse has so much more to develop. Sonic adds saying, but that's not true at all. Wawa gapped all of us at Evo France using Freestyle, and the way he used it paved the way to tag parry. We knew Freestyle was the wave on full release. The only fuse that kept up with it was the double down, and it too was gutted. It's why we only play it now. He responds with this chart right here saying top 8 fuse usage at Evo France, but Sonic rebuttals once again saying, what does the top 8 have to do with the fact that Freestyle still won that tournament? Objectively speaking, Freestyle has won nearly every major event from release to now. Just because only 2 people used it in top 8 when the game wasn't solved doesn't make it any less broken. Leffen responds again saying, I linked it because you said only fuse that kept up with it was the double down and it too got gutted, which was just wrong. Going by what won an event just to support your argument is silly. Even Wawa picked a 2x assist as late as Frosty's. Either way, I doubt we will agree. You think Teamfight is a lot weaker than me, and I'm not interested in doing this over Twitter. Let's talk at Combo Breaker if you want. He responds saying, sure. All right, so there you have it. I feel like it is a game of tennis with this game. On one hand, we're doing so great. On the other hand, like, what the hell? You guys still haven't figured out what the game is? And I mean, they pretty much said that, right? Like, we still have a lot to go, even though it's apparently been cooking in the oven for 10 years or whatever. But a lot of people are rocking with it and they want it to succeed. And then you got stuff like this, like, holy crap, man. We just got this mechanic like a week ago, and it does seem like you're listening to the masses. But I'm sure the devs would beg to differ. There's a lot. But they even made another tweet right here that was positive right here saying for Evo, Las Vegas, that's around the corner, all the 2XKO's top 24 will receive tournament prizing. Full breakdown below. Here you go. First place, 18,000. That is not bad at all. Second place, 12,000. Third place, 75. Fourth, they go all the way. 13 through 16, 1,200. All the way to 24, $800. So it looks like they're trying to do the damn thing, right? Even Ben, who I believe is the esports product manager or lead over there at 2XKO, he posted this saying, a few comments on our prize split over at Evo. We're paying out top 24 in Vegas. The goal was to make it equitable, not top heavy, rewarding all 24 or top 24. Reminder that this is on top of Evo's substantial top 8 payout. Oh, I didn't even think about that, which will be determined by the total signups. Oh, so that's dope. Okay, I forgot about that. So you got the Evo pot and they're adding this on top of it. That's what I'm talking about. The devs is doing some juicy moves that make you feel like they actually care about this community. Because let's be real, a lot of them are not only from the community, they're still active in the damn community. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I really feel good about how a lot of these devs are talking to us. Now, does that mean the ultimate survival of this game? No, it does not. But you would hope it would. Just don't know. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And all right, next up, there's just too many problems with Invincible Versus, but it looks like they're trying buttons that need to be checked. I'm confused. I just talked about the devs and how I feel like they're doing some good stuff and they actually care about the community, which I stand on that. I really believe it. I want to believe it. And then the devs, for Invincible Versus, they did like a dev broadcast just yesterday by the time I'm recording this, and it looks like they're taking a step in the right direction. But I thought it was interesting because they answered some questions. I put the links down below if you guys want to check that out. So they answered some questions, but right around that same time, Diaphone released this video talking about many problems with Invincible Vs and how I would fix them. Here is a quick clip.
I have to get the hit. I need to go in. He's legitimately encouraged to run away, because if he runs away, I'm gonna lose on like health. Thankfully, he fucked up, and I get the level 3. This is the worst fucking fighting game I've ever. Oh my god! Look, I was just salty because that match was terrible, and that's how I beat the #1 ranked player. I think there's some issues with the gameplay, and I want to talk about what I would do to change things. Right? That was a good level 3 on my part. I will admit that was kind of clean, but honestly, he kind of fucked up. Right? So the first thing, I think the main issue is runaway is too good. Basically, defense is better than offense. And so therefore you're encouraged to run away. There's 2 main reasons defense is better than offense, right? The ending was good, but it's like we had to spend literally 5 minutes of game time to get to the end. And I actually do like sudden death. We'll talk about that. Assist are so good. Eve assist spawns behind me, at least like a character length behind. In the corner, it's basically impossible to stop.
So in a nutshell, I mean, Diaphone seems to be playing this game a lot, rocking with it as far as like rooting for its survival. It's a lengthy video, so link down below. You guys should check it out. But he goes on to say that, you know, he believes there's some easy fixes to this, and he gives a lot of like of his opinions. He just doesn't know what the devs' intentions ultimately are going to be. He goes on, actually, I think there's a comment underneath that he posts. Yeah, right here. He said, there are changes announced today, step in the right direction, but still need more changes. All right, so there you have it. And then you got Maximilian, who we've talked about, saying like he's really rooting for this game. Not only is he making a lot of videos about it, but he's making a lot of tweets about it. He's retweeting other people's tweets about it. So it definitely seems like he's rooting for the success of this game. He goes on to say like, yes, there's stuff wrong with it, but he's having a lot of fun. So he posted this video saying, I might be addicted. Max reviews Invincible Vs. He just posted this, what, like 2 days ago? Check out this clip.
I really hope they mess around with stuff where the boost gauge is always at a set level and always comes back at a set level until you tag them out. I think it would be very cool if boost worked in a way like what they do with Street Fighter 6, where depending on what you do, your actions have an impact on how that meter changes. I think that'd be neat. I think it would also be like really neat and not a negative penalty sort of way, where if people are disengaging a whole bunch, where you literally don't get more boost gauge. I think there is definitely systems for them to mess around with there. I really do. I think there's very easy ways to massage people to play the game differently. You have to incentivize offense, right? And that's just it. They have to incentivize tagging, you got to incentivize offense. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I think boost gauge is the way you do that. I really do. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I'm having a lot of fun that every single time we jump in and play, we find some new cool thing that I want to jump in and play online and try. If there's one thing that the online can be a little funky every once in a while, I'll have some good nights and I'll have some bad nights. I'll have some frustrating nights where it's just like, what's happening? And do I need to reset the game or some shit? And other nights where it just feels great, dude. Having a great time. But this game is significantly different in an offline environment. And I noticed this when I had to play against the guys. Like Mark's overhead became reactable. The timing of it is like 20 to 25 frames or something like that. But I was finding myself not being able to be opened up by shit nearly as much as online because the connection stability in some spots. So I feel like this is a game that plays, because it's so fast, this is a game that will be very different in an offline competitive environment compared to the online one. It actually was really cool to play this game offline.
Then from there, you actually got the dev live stream. This was long, y'all. This was like, well, this was about almost 2 hours long. So link down below. But here's just a couple of seconds. Let's check it out.
Any plans for further adjustments to motion inputs to make them feel better? Yes. We're going to be evaluating motion inputs just like we would with any other system or character, whatever. If we find issues, we will fix issues and address issues.
I think it's important for people to also know just that, you know, this patch is coming out now, but it's not the final patch. You know,
Yeah, it's like
we will continue to improve the game.
Yes, there's gonna be a lot. Any updates on when we'll see the DLC characters? Yeah, this summer.
That's what it says with the first two.
Summer?
Yeah, this summer.
Universal and Immortal.
And Immortal.
Same time?
Yeah, you're gonna be like, where is he? And he's like right around the corner is where he is.
That was intense.
Wait, hold on. Actually, same time?
Or are they staggered?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they're
That's what I'm
staggered.
trying to
Maybe
get-
they're
I'm
same
trying to
time.
get info out there, you know?
But they are both this summer.
Summer.
Stay tuned. There's like There'll be a lot of news coming up.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff we're doing.
So there you have it. Once again, I'm sounding like a broken record, but I am rooting for the survival of this game. I love the animated series. I don't know. The verdict, it's new. It is still fresh. Some people saying it's broken as hell. I'm seeing a lot of videos out there from people that I don't normally see make FGC content. They're like, I don't like the game. But others, like Max, are like, I love the game and it's still cooking. And you just heard the devs. This is not the first and only patch. We got so much more for this. So many more plans, so many more DLCs on the way, and they're actually coming out this summer. So how y'all feeling? Let me know. So that is Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you were feeling. Appreciate the massive love, man. Today is a day. I literally just said today is a day. That's how you know I'm already so down. I'm already looking at my screen right here, looking at what windows I need to. The episode is over. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the massive love. No sponsor today. We probably won't have another one till next week. But either way, I appreciate y'all for the massive love and making these sponsors even possible because they make all the difference in the world. So I'll see you soon. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll definitely see you guys Friday. So appreciate the massive love as always. I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Sorry, I forgot to do that.